Um, this is day number 201 officially, and yeah, I just finished dropping my daughter to school, and yeah, gonna be going live every day, at least once a day, just like this. Instead of recording a video, I think I'm still, before I was gonna record this, I was still thinking like, I'll still maybe produce some videos, but a lot higher quality, or maybe not higher quality, but just like more of like kind of like what happened for the week or something eventful. Because I found yesterday like there's definitely certain aspects that I really like about capturing B-roll, kind of like, and so there is a lot of yeah, I still have fun recording and producing, so I still will do that, but and at the same time I'm still gonna do live videos. What I'm thinking is maybe at some point this weekend I'll go um, what do you call it, I'll go live, like going business to business, that way what do you call it, I'll do magic, meet some business owners, ask them like their story of like how they actually, like how did they do that? The main thing people ask me is like, how did you do that? Tell me how you did that, right? Because it's so mind blowing, it's so amazing that it's like, okay, I want to know how it's done. So it doesn't remove the wonder, but maybe people are actually like, genuinely curious about like how things are done, and then at the same time, it's a natural reaction, right? So just like when you see somebody doing something really extremely well, you're like, man, how did that guy do that? It's magic, right? Even yesterday I was like, you take a picture, and a really good photographer is somebody who can take something that looks so simple, but make it into like something like art, right? So yeah, so I think that's one of the things that I see is like, that's the question that I want to ask like everyday people that I'm doing magic to, is like, they ask me how I did that. I want to ask them now, how did they do that? And that's where I came up like with the thing like 10 years ago called What's Your Magic? Because everybody has that magic, in them, like that they can do that surprises people or wows people, or gets them to say like, whoa, like how did you do that, kind of thing, right? So yeah, that's something that I'm planning to do. We'll see at some point. I know I went live like a few times last year, but I'm gonna make it a regular thing, because now, especially with like so much AI generated content, you don't know, a lot of times, some of the content's so good, like it looks so realistic that you're like, is that real or is that AI, right? At this point you can kind of tell like what's AI, but to develop trust, you definitely people are leaning towards seeing things that are like, where you're live streaming, right? So because it's in real life, it's not like, you'll hear me think about it or stutter, or like there's no cuts, there's no edits. So especially with magic, a lot of people, when they see it live, where it's like, oh shoot, like, or they will go watch like a stage performance, or they hire me as a magician, yeah, like they'll see it in front of them, and there's no way you can deny it. There's no camera tricks, right? As opposed to like, when you watch TV specials, or even Instagram, or any reels of people doing magic, there could be cuts. It could be really, really well edited. Especially if you watch a guy like Zach King. He's like, man, like masterful at like doing magic in his videos. Even though he's not a magician, he is a magician on the camera to make things look magical. And it's like, wow, like, if this guy can do this, like, how many other magicians are like, doing tricks that seem real, but they're actually not. It's not even sleight of hand, right? So I think that's one of the key things is, I think that's why I'm betting on doing magic live streaming, and yeah, and then seeing where that goes, and going business to business as well, because I mean, that's what I used to do, like, and that's what I've taught my daughter last year, was to go business to business, talking to everyone, selling stuff. So I could do that doing magic, and also generate interviews, and raise money from it too as well, right? Because definitely, what I want to do is raise money for yeah, the startup that I'm doing, which is dayNumber. Really, it's a startup, even though it's it's for founders that are startups. So I'm starting a startup for founders. So a startup for startups. That's what it is really. And I want to launch my first demo day where I can give away $5,000. So that's why I'm raising 25,000. To help with living expenses, marketing, and also at the same time give away $5,000 because I really just want to be able to focus on dayNumber and put more time and effort into this. So that way we can really support as many idea to early stage founders who are mission driven to actually stay in the game long enough so that they're actually on track to fulfilling their mission, right? So that's it. It's like it's kind of like a pre-incubator, right? Before they get to the accelerator, before they get to like the VCs, like we've supported them, and we could continue to support them and be part of the community, and they can continue to support the other early stage people. So just gonna be in the habit of doing this every single day, just going live. I can't even see chats right now, so but I could only see likes and people that hop on. So thank you everyone, to everybody that's been following me on this journey, day number 201. So today gonna reach out to gonna reach out to some people, like continue with the commenting, continue with the sending out messages. And then also I haven't created posts yet. That's the thing. The only post that I've been doing is this, so I mean that's still creating the posts, not 100 minutes, but maybe that's where I could do is like do some creative content, and do some posts, so I'll keep you guys posted, and we'll talk soon.